Hi, everybody. It's a cold night, but I'm outside and it's really nice. My name is Vanessa, and I have some notes about the questions that we have for our first assignment, so bear with me. Um, okay, so in what ways do you think schools stifle art and creativity in young children? So let me start saying that I'm a preschool teacher, and it is sad to me to see how curriculum programmers and school directors want to emphasize their core subjects in math and reading, fearing that if young children do not develop a strong learning foundation of these subjects, they will have difficulty in their future academic journey. That means that they're overexposed to these subjects, leaving certain subjects like art, music, and dance and movement out. So in the preschool that I work, or where I teach, we use creative curriculum um, approach, and we create our curriculum based on our students' interest and talents, multiple intelligences, and different ways of thinking, making music and art the main core of our program. I have worked in different preschools where directors and school staff put their efforts in standardized testing, leaving behind the opportunity for children to explore and learn through creativity. So time constraints and special events, it's a big one in our school. Um, and you will, and it's because some teachers sometimes with these special events and everything happening and very stricted um, schedules are really hard for the children to be able to sit down and explore their creativity wild and free because they're constrained to these schedules and they don't have enough time to explore. I feel this happen to us all the time when we have high holidays. I work in a Jewish temple, and we have high holidays like Purim, Passover, and Hanukkah, in which we have to create some arts and crafts that are more structured and more. Sometimes it feels like it's more like processed art, which is basically more art led by the teacher and not led by the child to explore. There are other reasons why this happens, like not having enough funding for art and music classes. And again, I think also one of the things that is happening in preschools is that we are forced to create process art, which instead of letting the children um, explore freely with their artwork, we are like, oh no, you have to put it here and here and here. So it looks perfect for the parents to see. And that's pretty sad. I'm very against that, but I've seen that um, in many of my uh, co-workers throughout the years. So do you believe creativity is important in learning? Okay. I'm gonna tell you. I have my notes here, but um, I am I'm a very creative person, and I can think about ways in which I can teach without using my creativity and my passion for the arts. Um, I'm also neurodivergent, and I believe that music and art helps me to create a safe space for me and my students, in which we're able to connect in ways that are more powerful than words and directions. Um, and this is gonna sound funny, but I'm a I'm not funny, but I'm um I'm a visual learner and I love watching shows on Netflix. Um, and one of my favorite shows is Stranger Things. On season 4, uh, there is an episode called Dear Billy, and in which Nancy and Robin are in the listening room at the mental hospital, where they're told that music can have a calming effect on the mind. So Robin, who is neurodivergent as well, tells Nancy, hey, the doctor, his name was Hatch, said that music can reach parts of the brain that words can't. And they use this information to save Max from Vecna, which is the bad guy, by playing her favorite song, Kate Bush, Running Up That Hill. So, with this being said, is that arts, music and arts in general can help to reach parts of the brain that words can't because it activates the entire brain while language processing is more restrictive to the left hemisphere. So, and I'm telling you this because as a neurodivergent, I'm also, my daughter is neurodivergent, she's nonverbal. Um, Another way in which she expressed herself is by coloring, painting, and I feel that that really helps her to express herself. So, creative, even though she's nonverbal, creativity is so fundamental in the life of young children, from imaginary playing in the kitchen to building and constructing castles, highways, of other kinds of structures. Creativity is a way for children to explore the world around them, and they are able to learn by building knowledge, which is the concept of constructivism. So creativity is very important, and if you are a creative teacher, you're going to have so much fun making art and dancing and performing and doing every kind of art with your children. So, what are the reasons art education has been minimized in school? Well, I mentioned that before. Funding cuts in art, music, and dance classes have been a major hit to these programs, putting more funding into programs like sports and gymnastics. At the school that I work for, we used to have, even though they're very music driven, we used to have a music program, and it was great because it was actually attached to our Judaica program, because it's a Jewish educational approach. But it got replaced by physical programs such as yoga, gymnastics, and sports. Um, I even mentioned to the director, because I'm a musician too, that I would love to have a class that is arts, that is dance and music, all the arts together in an hour. But they say that they couldn't do it because since it's a non-profit school, they need to use that money towards playground equipment, school physical maintenance in their Judaica program, and also because the parents wanted more gymnastics, yoga, and sports. So time constraints is another big issue. Seems some schools have so many special activities that there's not enough time for the children to let their creativity be explored. So with this being said, um, this is basically my answers, and I hope you guys had a good time uh, writing these up or thinking about this, because this is a great exercise. So um, to keep developing the mind. Um, so thank you and have a good night.